Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Hey Shar Won't Like This. I'm Daniel.
I'm Amy.
And today we're going to be talking about something that
spice up our life.
Yeah, but also at the same time, the cause of
Trauma.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about online dating.
Online dating or just dating?
Online dating and dating are both same lah. Now,
Okay.
you tell me now who goes and on a date
I did.
Oh yeah, your meet cute moment.
But I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, online dating?
Yes.
Or dating in general?
You seem like you have a lot to say.
I have a lot to say. Do you have a lot to say?
Okay. You know.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors now. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Go. Daniel, you go first.
So, I am not a stranger to the online dating scene. I think the first time this could be a red flag also, but the first time I dabbled with online dating properly was when I was 16.
Ooh.
So, I do not condone anyone or any underage dating.
Is it a T or a G?
Huh?
T or G? What app is it?
I shall not disclose the
Okay.
application. But yeah, so that was my first ever introduction to the world of dating or online dating in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was 17, 18, 19, that's when I started to online dating started to become something, I won't say an integral part, but it's there. If I'm bored or if I'm I just want to meet new people, I'll go to either one of the applications. I'm like, hey, I'm here. I've met some very interesting people also.
That's true.
So,
I agree.
And some of them are still lifelong friends to this day. So online dating doesn't necessarily mean that, you guys need to go and be romantically involved.
True.
Sometimes it just doesn't happen and
You can just be friends.
Yeah,
after
that's
that.
true. Why limit yourself into just one prospect,
True.
That's how I see it. So yeah, but regardless, I'm still single. My dating life is horrible. Even though I've been in the game for quite some time. So you know what they say, coaches don't play.
That's true.
So I'm not saying I'm an expert or whatever, right? But I think at this point, it's also because I just got out. Not just got out lah. I got out of a 3-year relationship, an exclusive relationship.
That's true.
So right now, I'm just going back to being a hoe.
A-hole or asshole?
Yeah, both can also. So yeah, online dating or dating? What's your experience?
Okay, I've experienced both sides. I
Okay.
think I started dating when I was, from 6.
Form 6?
Yeah.
Oh
form
yeah, you took
17.
STPM.
Yeah, I took
2017, yeah, 2017.
I was 17.
You're 2016 lah for you.
How old I was? How old am I during that time?
2016, you're 18.
Okay, I'm 18. So I think I did dated a few guys without using an online platform.
Uh-huh.
Oh, traumatized.
Really? Spill. What happened?
Which one do you want? Okay, wait. I have one.
Okay, let's
two.
go. Let's go by
By
okay to the worst. And I can also share some of the most okay to the worst.
Okay, the okay one is of course my husband. Oh no, my friend will see this oh, I mean so gedi talking about her husband. Gatal. Hey, come on.
This
Every one
lady-
of my friends approve of him. Okay? You guys approve of him. You guys even want me to have babies with him, but calm down.
Are we talking babies?
No. We're gonna talk about babies. Anywho, okay. For my experience, right? Wow, I'm really gonna dirty out my laundry like this. Can we be explicit?
Yeah.
The first time I had a boyfriend because I was desperate, which sucks.
Don't we all
No,
our
I
first
was
boyfriend
so desperate because I thought none of my family liked me or loved me because I felt like nobody wanted me. Hey, there was a point in my time I thought I was adopted. I'm not kidding. I thought
Why
I
are
was
you
adopted.
spiraling that far?
And then there's this guy that I liked him, but he
How
ended.
old was this guy?
He was 2 years younger than me. So I liked him. We had I thought it was a special bond, but in reality he wants my friend. Oh, Yeah.
You were taken advantage of?
Yeah. And then to make a revenge, I hook up with his friend, classmate.
My God.
And then to make matters worse, that classmate of him broke up with me the day of my STPM result came out. Because he was cheating on me with another girl from his uni.
Huh? How old is this guy?
Same age as him.
So
Because
from
I
his
went Form
uni?
6. I got into Form 6, correct?
Uh-huh.
So Form 6 has 2 semesters, correct? So I already in the upper Form 6. So when I'm in an upper Form 6, he's already in uni because he was a Form 5 and then went to uni. Remember?
Okay.
And so he he broke up with me through text, even though we live quite near. He actually cheated on me. I consider it cheating because my friend saw his picture online. Oh,
What do you mean? Like,
there was a picture of him I still remember this. There was a picture of him, the girl, at a beach with his whole family, and there's like a branch, and he was like holding her like that, and she's just 1 year younger than me, and then he has the gall to say to me, "Oh, because you're too old, nobody can take care of me if you die first." Not die lah, but like, what if you gone first because I'm older? And I'm there like, okay, fine, whatever.
the logic of a man, guys, presented right here and there. And this is what it has caused.
And then after that, I went to uni. I met with this one guy. We were doing so well in the first few months. But then he mentally and physically me. Oh. I'm not gonna mention who. Whoever knows me and watch this knows.
Oh, wait. Is this also the guy who claimed that he had cancer?
Yes, this is the guy who claims he had cancer when I tried to break up with him.
Oh my
But he's doing well now, I think.
So the cancer is not attacking him?
No.
Oh, all in good. I think the chemotherapy did its job.
And then after that, COVID, another boyfriend online. This is online boyfriend.
Where do you meet this guy? Tinder.
Yeah, Tinder. So I met up with this guy Tinder, and on Tinder we. This is the stupidest part of me.
Okay. What did you do?
Never, ever get into a relationship after 3 days of meeting. That's what I did.
You are insane. Okay.
We went. I remember he brought me.
What is wrong with you?
I was desperate.
So what you're telling me is that all this while the relationship that you've been in, or like the number of times you've been in, is because you're desperate.
I was.
Okay lah. I mean, sometimes I get where you're coming
Dude,
from. Also.
I grew up perceiving that I am not wanted. So I tried to be wanted. But then people take advantage of that, and yeah, okay. I don't want to make it this is a sad story. So I'm gonna tell you about this guy. This guy is crazy us among the rest. Okay, fine.
Crazy.
The previous, yes, he does physically me sometimes. Period, whatever. But this one has the long game of manipulation. Okay?
How long were you guys together?
3 months.
Oh my God.
So
3 months you let yourself be gaslit?
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
Yes. And the fact that he broke up with me with my laptop with him, and a lot of his friends, if I'm not mistaken, like does not agree with him because I don't know whether they like me or they find me like, quote unquote pure. Because okay, this guy, I can consider him as in a rempet punya community.
Oh, the ratchet community.
I don't want to say ratchet lah, but okay, fine. Like you can say you have a blonde, you have a white hair.
What the does that have to do with anything? What did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? But continue.
But then this guy, right? Apparently he says that I remember it's a Wednesday night. I was playing Sims at home.
You can tell this really affected her because she can remember it vividly.
I remember I was playing Sims. I was like, Susu. And then suddenly I got a text. I want to break up. Let's stay as friends. And I was like, huh?
For no reason. Unwarranted.
unwarranted, and I call him, and that time was like COVID was coming up again, the second wave, right? And I call him like, and then he's like, oh, I need to take care of. I think he said I need to take care of his mother. He cannot like disobey his mother. Blah 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 blah. And then I went to the room. My sister was there.
Over someone who she just met
And we were like 3 months in.
Oh my god.
And then you know what? The next day, okay, I followed his Twitter at that time, right? The next day he got fined by the police because he was
He was trying to cross borders.
no. He was hanging out at a mama stall. Remember during COVID, you cannot like hang out more than 4 people at one table, right? So they
Join the table.
and and then they got fined, and then he got so mad, and I was at the time still quote unquote in love with him, and he was and I was like, oh, you should report, blah, blah. I text him, you should report, this is just not correct, blah, blah.
So you're like the overly attached ex-girlfriend lah.
Oh, but then right, I don't know what happened. I remember I went to work, I switched, I just don't care.
Serious, huh?
Yeah.
Scary. I mean, at the end of the day, you just got into the relationship with this guy 3 days after you guys met. So like
I buried myself in books. Like crazily buried myself in books. I shift. He tried. Okay, confirm lah meroyan kan.
Yelah, faham.
Sebab
Over someone who just you got into a relationship 3 days after you guys met. Sure.
meroyan. Hey, he wanted that relationship, not me. And he has the audacity to tell me, oh, you also wanted to.
Hey, bertepuk kan kena dua-dua belah tangan kalau tak bunyi, okay.
But still, like, how can you blame me to the things that you wanted at first?
Okay lah. But then again, you were still, you know what? At
I
this
was
point,
desperate. That's different. And then after that, we broke up, and I finally found the truth. But I'm not gonna say it here. I'm gonna say you in confidence. And then I went out several dates, but that is just for fun. Not for a relationship. Because I finally learned that online dates, if you feel like you want to have a relationship, it will fail.
That is true actually, because like the relationship that I got out of, right? The most recent relationship, I didn't go into it like with the intention of like I want this to happen and like, I want this to be a relationship.
Yeah.
It just so happens to, get to that phase naturally. But it was also crazy that one. I was like, oh my god.
Of course. Online dating is crazy.
The reason why
you meet crazy people that is crazier than you. You thought you're crazy, they are crazier.
Well, I would beg to differ lah. They haven't seen me. They haven't seen me when I'm not on meds or like when I don't have like a cigarette or like coffee with me. Then I'll go berserk.
I've seen him that way. You don't want to know.
I need nicotine and caffeine in my system at all times. If not, I'll go crazy. But yeah, I mean,
what about you?
no lah, that was it lah. I went crazy for a while after.
How long have you been on online dating? I've been on online dating for like what, 5 plus years?
I think 7-8 years. Okay, here's the thing, cool. I also know some people who do this, like online dating or like Tinder or like any other dating apps, like it's like attached to their
I know,
to their personality. Like, oh, I'm going to meet with this guy on Tinder like that I just met. Girl, what are you doing? Like
money.
No, I mean okay lah, get the coin,
money.
whatever. But especially in this day and age where bodies are turning up left, right, and center, girl.
But like
bodies turning up left, right, and center. Here's also another thing that I don't understand, right? Instagram has now slowly become like a place. I mean, it has always been a place to like meet people and like sometimes you go on dates with people from Instagram, right? But with the current function of sharing location, that is like a nightmare waiting to happen.
Being Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat is only for people whom you are close with. That's
Not
always
necessarily.
always been how I use Snapchat.
Oh.
So like it's only for like close people because you send streaks and whatever, right? And you don't really care sharing your locations with these people because you know who they are. But Instagram, you're like sharing your location and like whenever you move around, people can see. Do you guys want to end up as a Netflix documentary?
Oh, baby, please hurt me. Baby, please hurt me.
I'm tired lah, I mean.
I mean, like, okay, online dating is a bit scary, but you have to be quite diligent in like choosing what you want and knowing what you want. If you feel like you're gonna go for online dating just to date, think again, because 90% of the men for a girl, speaking from a girl's girls, 90% of the men there, they just want to have fun.
Yeah.
They just want to have fun.
Yeah, you know, like those
They like girls just want to have fun.
yeah, you know, like
Seriously.
those this trend on TikTok, the Hongdae guy trend.
Yo,
Are you open-minded?
are you? Oh
Put
my
your
god!
put your phone number in my iPhone 16 Pro Max. But that's also
You get
another-
that all the time.
Yeah.
Online dating. Are you open minded? And when you talk and when you start talking about politics, I'm like, oh, not like that open minded.
not that kind of open-minded. I'm like,
They just want to have sex.
yeah, that's true.
They want to have sex. Okay, I can tell you, there are some crazy guys who will be like, "Are you still a virgin?" Ask questions like that, bruh.
I mean, and this is what I mean by online dating, right? It's like it breeds a certain kind of crazy into people just because you're
There's
not
a
there.
wall.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
wall there, right? And like they feel like they can talk whatever and like
Yeah.
say whatever they want to like someone. And I especially don't understand when people are like blatantly objectifying someone to that person's face. I'm like, okay.
But I do that to you, right? But we're friends. We're friends.
I mean, that's okay lah.
We have passed the point of no return.
Yeah, but also right, okay, I gotta be honest. Sometimes when people like that I talk to online, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when they treat me as if like I'm less than a human being and they make me feel cheap, I kind of like it.
That one we're gonna talk about relationship episode.
I kind of like it when they make me feel cheap.
Okay,
They
calm
make me
down.
feel used.
Calm down. Is this trauma talking?
It could be lah. This is something that I haven't talked to my therapist about. But
You can show your therapist this video.
you know, she saw the first episode
And then
and she was like, "Wow." She was just like, "Okay, at least you have an outlet." And I'm like,
you have an
"Damn."
outlet.
Okay, man.
Oh, we're gonna be like, can we invite her here? Can we invite her and get her opinion?
I mean, I can try. We can talk about mental health lah.
Well, yeah, we can talk about mental health, something more.
Something more serious.
Serious.
Something not serious lah. I mean, in a way, it's still.
We can make it fun. Well, I lost my train of thought.
She you know when she was talking about the exes, right? Like it
I'm
brought her to a place where, to a point of no return, she's getting wall
Bro,
flashbacks.
I'm trying not to disclose too much personal information that can cause.
Why
that
would
can
they
back-
care? I mean, like, if the boot fits, wear it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you suddenly make noise on
Boots meant
Twitter,
for walking.
yeah, if you suddenly make noise on Twitter and say, "Hey, why is she talking about me?" This, and you expose yourself, like who asked?
Yeah, true.
Who asked you to do that? Huh?
Well, that's all about dating and online dating. If you want more about this, we have more stories.
Yeah.
Daniel has a lot more
I have-
stories. I also have a few more stories about online dating because we've been in this game for years now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out of the game.
She's
Anywho.
out of the market, guys. So please, whatever it is.
But I still can share my experience. If you guys want more videos like this, please leave a comment, like
or share with us like what's
Yes.
your dating or like online dating experience? What's the most unhinged dates you've been on? And yeah, so yeah, this has been Hey Shao Like This, and thank you so much for tuning in on Spotify and for watching on YouTube. And until then, we'll see you guys next time.
bye.